Hi, Jeff Glenellis here with the first of what's probably going to end up being about 100 or so videos. We are finally getting the Forex Video Fact project off the ground. This is the first. The website is still under construction. It's a very cool looking website. I'm very proud of it. We're not quite ready to release that yet, but we're now making the videos, and it's a huge step in the right direction. The reason for today's video is I had, a couple things. Number one, a lot of the requests I had, and I don't understand this at all, is people wanted to know if I was going to do any live action videos. That was never my intent. I was going to just keep stay behind the scenes, just used a lot of screen capture videos, the stuff they normally put out, the charts, you get pictures of the charts or maybe some PowerPoint slides, things of that nature. But like I said, for reasons I do not understand, several of you asked if I was ever going to get my face on camera. More than one friend has told me that I have the perfect voice and face for radio. They're not my friends anymore. But I decided to go ahead and do this, and so the answer is yes. I am going to do some live action shots. I'm actually building a studio, of all things. It sounds a lot more impressive than it is. Basically, it's just the corner of a room where I'm going to shoot most of the live stuff. But we're going to have whiteboard capabilities, and so if I, something that just doesn't translate well to a screenshot using the PC and using the charts and things, and we're going to shoot them that way. The other reason for making this video today, and like I said, this is the first of many. Several people wrote in and wanted to know if I was going to do any product reviews and product review videos. And I hadn't really planned on doing that. How many ways can you say the product is crap, save your money? I mean, let's face it, there's not a lot of really good Forex products that are out there. But there are a couple of EAs that are pretty good, and there are some decent products that are out there that are certainly worth exploring. And so, yes, I did decide, yes, I am going to make a few of those types of review videos, only for the stuff that I really think is worthwhile. If I think it's crap and somebody asks me, hey, what about this product? And if I've reviewed it and I think it's crap, I'm going to say, yeah, it's crap, save your money. And I'm not going to waste time doing a video on that. So that brings me to this story. I have probably close to 200 affiliates that are marketing Forex Autoscaler for me. And actually what it is I have 200 affiliates, about 10 of which are actually doing any marketing. I think others had big plans and never did anything. They don't know the first thing about marketing. They just thought it was a good idea. So one of those people is Cynthia Macy. Now you may recognize Cynthia Macy's name. She's been around for quite a while in Forex. She's established a very good reputation for herself. She's got a couple of products out on the market that are extremely reasonably priced, and so a lot of people come to me and say, listen, I'll promote your product if you'll promote mine. Well, I look at their product, it's crap. I'm not going to send a recommendation out for it, and so nobody ever does that. Cynthia didn't do that. She just promoted Autoscaler, and a lot of you actually are probably on Cynthia's list, and you bought Autoscaler from her. So I don't have to tell you, the kind of reputation that she has. So just the other day, probably about 2 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with her, and she mentioned that she's had a couple of products out on the market for a while, and wanted to know if I wanted to take a look at them. Didn't ask me if I wanted to promote them. She wanted to know if I wanted to take a look at them. So I said, yeah, let me take a look at them. And I started to, put up some charts, put up the templates and the indicators that she has in her package, all of which she's customized, to do what she wanted it to do. And she's gotten a really nice set of indicators that do pretty much exactly what you hope they would do most of the time, which is point you in the direction of a good trade. And so I thought, well, yeah, I'll do a video on this. But then a funny thing happened. I had my Renko charts up, and I was adding one indicator that I was just going to add and play with for a little while, I mistakenly added one of Cynthia's indicators to it. And let me tell you, it kicks butt. I was shocked actually. Most of you know I've been trading gold for whatever now, a year, almost a year, and again, strictly Rinkos. I don't trade off the normal charts. And I started noticing, it's like, man, every time you get a signal off of one of her this indicator of hers that I was using, this thing's running $4 or $5 at a time. And I mean, this is even before the big gold meltdown that started on Monday. This was like last week when I noticed this. So I put it together with the indicators I had been using, and let me tell you, it's like printing money. It's one of the best combinations of indicators that I've ever seen and I've ever used, ever. Period. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to take you over to. You're going to get to see the screenshots now. We're going to switch over to the computer and show you the charts, and I'll show you how it works and show you how I'm spotting the trades and what I'm doing to spot the trades, and let you see for yourself. If you're trading with Renko, and most of you out there that are on my list are, almost all of you have the Renko package by now. You need to seriously consider this. If you're not trading Renko, I can tell you that just the standalone package of indicators that she used does an excellent job. If you use them properly, obviously, does an excellent job of spotting trades on normal candlestick charts. But if you're using Renko, you need to seriously consider this. So let's go take a look at the charts, and I'll explain to you what it is I look for and how I'm using this thing and how this thing is just churning out, good trade after good trade. And then I'll get back in the end and we'll wrap it up. So here we are with the charts open. This is the dollar Swissy 5-minute chart with Cynthia's template loaded. I believe this is called the simple breakout trend trading system, something to that effect. I actually honestly don't remember the name of it, but it's something to that effect. It's as the name implies, it's a sort of a breakout trading system. And I like to think of it as one of those all systems are go type of systems. Whenever everything is in alignment, you take the trade and you don't look back, and over time, if you're doing this properly, you're going to end up, catching a lot of winning trades. The reason we're looking at the dollar Swissy today is this is the chart I had open last week, and it was also the chart that I had open today. Just monitoring the system, the big problem people always say is, oh, does it repaint, or, does it, it always looks good in screenshots, but how does it work live? A lot of questions like that. We're at the end of the day now. It's about almost 4:15, so, the odds of finding any kind of good trades to take now are about zero. So we're just going to have to go back and look and see how things went during today. And actually, they went, pretty well. There's a variety of obviously activity going on here on the chart. She's got some red and blue dots. She's got these segmented bands, which look very much like the B band indicator that we have in the Renko package. And she's got the these are basically like breakout bars. I think that's the name of it, congestion breakout. When the bars get close together, price is getting congested. When they finally break out, generally, you expect to see some price action, some real movement, and they broke out here at about 92.98, and you didn't start getting opposite signals till about 92.92. Okay, not that great, but you also had a shot at getting out here about 92.74, which actually is a pretty good trade. But the indicator that really caught my eye was Cynthia's I trend. That would be this indicator right down here where the mouse is moving. It's a purple and green line, and you just basically have some crossing going on. When the green crosses over the top of the purple, it generally indicates a buy. When it crosses over the purple, goes underneath it, that indicates a sell. And certainly, if you're using her template and her system, what you're watching for are the crossovers of the line to match up with a change in the slope that's here, along with the sort of the B-band looking indicator. If you're really conservative, you wait for a breakout through the top of this congestion, the breakout congestion lines, and then trade. If you want to take a little more of a risk taker, then you wait for the first bar to close. It has all of the elements present other than the breakout of the breakout bars, and you take the trade. And there were several of those today, just on the dollar Swissy, which for a Friday, Fridays are not really great trading days, but starting at around, I think this is around 8 o'clock this morning, right in this spot. And it pretty much continued all the way up until about an hour ago, 3 o'clock. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 decent trades, that you could have gotten on Friday, which is, again, like I said, is sort of unusual. But that was not what really caught my eye, as I mentioned in the earlier in the video. I started putting it up on Renko charts because I accidentally loaded it onto one. I wanted to see how things turned out. Obviously, how I am about colors and sort of matching up. Well, this is how it loaded up right here. I didn't even have to change the colors, although I probably should change the green to a blue just to be consistent with everything else that's going on up here. What you're looking at is the euro US dollar. These are 5 pip boxes. That's a slope direction line with an 820 setting. This is a MACD with the 1226.9 setting. That's the standard setting that you get, with just about all MACDs. And this is her I trend. Here is what I found for all you Renko traders out there. Here's where you should be taking notes and paying attention. You can get into trades with the MACD 2-line crossover. You can get into trades, and sometimes when there's a crossover, it works, and sometimes when there's a crossover, it doesn't. There's never really a guarantee. What I found is that when there is a crossover, and there will be a crossover right here on the MACD where there is a where the mouse is at. If that crossover occurs any time about the point that Cynthia's I trend crosses over, you're in a good trade. You're just, yes, there have been a couple of them that didn't really go anywhere, but just a couple. Most of them end up going 20, 30, 40 pips at a time. Here you have a crossover on the MACD, and this is from today. Okay, this is this morning's trades. This is about I think 8:45 this morning. You had a crossover on the MACD. It lined up perfectly with the crossover on the I trend rather, and you look and see what happened. There was never a crossover here, okay, and you didn't really cross over here as well. You will run into situations where you have a lot of crossing over taking place over here, but you do not have a crossover of the MACD. Those are the trades you skip, so you don't end up getting caught in this, this choppy, sort of mess. You would have gotten in down here. Sorry, that just jumped on me quite a bit. You could have gotten in right about right here. You had a crossover on the MACD. You also had the crossover on the I trend. And the rest of the time, what happened if you got out, if you got out using the slope or you got out using the first opposite color candle, whatever you used to get out on, you're really only looking to get back in because your MACD is still, crossed over into an uptrend basically, and so you could keep taking the buy trades when they occur and pick up a few more pips each time, or you just simply skip the trade and wait for the next crossover signal to take place on the MACD. Let me show you gold now, because this is already turning into a long video and I didn't really intend that. This is today in gold. Let me go back to about when I started this morning, which would have been about 7 o'clock this morning, which would be about right here. Okay, we got our first crossover right here this morning at about it's 12.19, 12.20, somewhere in that range. We had just previously gotten the crossover on Cynthia's iTrend about 2 minutes earlier. Right here was our sell. Each of these pips, or each of these boxes is 7 pips. That's 5 boxes. That's 35 pips. I usually get out on the first opposite color box, so I gave up 14. Ended up being a nice 21 pip trade. For me, that's the day. You know, I'm done. I don't really worry about too much about getting back in. But because I was, expecting to do some of these videos, we're still in the sell trend down here. I've got my slope line up and showing me we're going back into a sell trade right here. Actually, this is the bar that closed it. I went ahead and took that trade. I had to write out one bar in the opposite direction, but it was 12.37 for that one, 12.38 for that one, and then I was back here at 12.39 for the next one. So I mean, there was just enough pressure on the downward side that I felt comfortable sitting there for at least a moment to see if it was going any farther. It didn't. We got right back into the trade. 6 more boxes, 42 pips. Now, right about that point, we had the crossover here on the gold. It occurred exactly at the same time as the crossover that Cynthia had right here. And here we are at 7:52. We're not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. We had another buy signal. It moved up 4 boxes before it reversed. I got out at that point, just banked another couple of them actually. As soon as this one closed, we're still in the same direction. I got in. There was another 4 pips. I got out at that point because now we're here right about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm done. I mean, I've had a great day. I've been trading for about an hour, and ended up with something in the neighborhood of about 65 pips by the time I was done. If you look at the charts the rest of the way, you can see you had a crossover that coincided with this crossover. You ended up with about 11 boxes here, I think it is. There was it was hard to tell. We didn't really get the crossover until about this point, which coincides with the crossover at this stage. You get another 3 followed by another 3 after that, 3 or 4 after that. It's just frightening how well this works. It really is. I think you could sit here and bang out 20 and 30 pip gold trades all morning long using this indicator. And the way things are going right now with gold, I think we're going to keep seeing the same type of sort of frantic trading activity, at least for the near future. It wouldn't surprise me to see it last through the rest of the year, which means there is a ton of money to be made, trading gold using Renko, and now adding Cynthia's iTrend indicator to the mix. So I got a couple more comments I'm going to make. We're going to go back to the live action video, and so we'll see you back here live in just a second. So there you have it. As you can see, I mean, it's a combination of her customized indicator and just a simple MACD, and this thing is just spotting trades like nobody's business. And like I said, on gold it works. It worked on the currencies. You got to see the Euro USD work like a champ there. I haven't tried it on the smaller Renko box sizes. I mean, you saw 5. I think we had 5 pip for the Euro USD and 7 pip on gold. I haven't tried it on the smaller box sizes just simply because I just prefer to trade on the larger box sizes. I have no doubt that would work equally well on those if you're into 2 and 3 pip box sizes and really scalping for some quick hit type of trades. I have no doubt that would work. There's 2 links below this video. It's in writing, is already explaining what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is now. The first link is to the ClickBank page that she operates. She sells it, I think, for $97. I have a link where you can get it for $87 on ClickBank. Standard rules apply on ClickBank. I think you get 60 days refund from them. If you liked what you saw and you are not one who runs off and refunds every product, there's a second link for you. You can buy it straight through PayPal. You get a substantial discount. I think it's $57 instead of the 87 at ClickBank. So I mean, if you liked what you saw and you say, yeah, this is really going to improve my trading, And I'm not a refunder, so I mean, I'm gonna, you trust me that what I've shown you here, you trust me that this is, how it actually is, and it's going to work out, the same way for you. Then save $30 and buy it off the link, and like I said, save some money, and get on with your trading. So anyway, that wraps up this video. I know it's kind of clunky, and I'm not really used to being in front of the camera. Hopefully the later videos will be a little more smooth, and like I said, we'll have the studio ready to go by then, and maybe improve the looks of things a little bit instead of my cluttered desk as background. As always, if you have any questions, jeff@simpleforexsystem.net. If you have any other just Forex related questions you want to submit to me for me to make a video on it, outstanding, fire them away. Just send them to jeff@simpleforexsystem.net, and I'll put them in line. I don't have a specific order I'm going by right now, but if I get a really good one in, you'll probably end up jumping to the head of the list, because I'd like to keep people's attention as much as possible on this. So anyway, enjoy your weekend. I'll be back next week, hopefully with several more videos and the website operational, which would be a huge plus, I think. But for now, this is, like I said, it's our inaugural video. It's just a chance to get started and get in front of the camera, make sure the camera's working, and see how things turn out. So anyway, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.